Steve, 1,000-year home. So it's a new day. It's Sunday. The rain is coming in maybe later tonight, but I'm busy trying to get everything caulked and ready. Let's see. So I saw my my protective wrap up there has got a little gap. I went ahead and cleaned that all up and re-caulked it with silicone. And I'll put bubble wrap. And then this yesterday, if you noticed yesterday's video, the caulk job looked really bad, so I went in and cleaned it up, made it ready. This window I think is completely ready for the rain. I feel good about it. I've still got work to do on that. I got to put some Protecto wrap on the top. This window and that window both need caulking. But it's 11 o'clock. Hank will wander up here in a little bit, ask for his oats. I'm going to sit down and have a little bite to eat. I've been working since 7 or 8 this morning. Tired. Let's get done before the rain shows up. I'm glad the drought's over. Hey everybody, this is Steve, 1,000-year home. This is old Hank, the horse. He's just got his oats and he's got a little water. So we're going to talk about water today because that's what I was working on. Let me swivel camera. All right, for a long time I've been wanting to organize my water. Originally I had the blue reserve 55-gallon drum over there with a gutter, but when I put up all of the headers, they interfered with my gutters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an aircraft cable from there over to there, and I'm going to suspend a gutter or a pipe, probably a pipe, and I'll put a gutter on the back. I'll tip it so that the water runs. So 1 inch of rain gets me 240 gallons of water off of one of these connexes. So sorry if that was silhouetted. But today Leah helped me and we built this pipe system here. Most of it's glued up, but this is just dry fit, and this is for overflow. So these aren't piped in. The water can overflow there, can overflow here. The purpose of this side, of course, is I'll put a gutter up on that, and then I'll run a gutter down to here. And then each one of these valves is at a different spot. So the reserve, I've got it 1/8 cracked. So I'm hoping that 1/8 of my water will run there. That's a half. I'm hoping 1/2 will run into my construction tote. And this is Hank's water. What you see, I'm way down already from where I was. I was topped off last rain, which was 10 days ago. So I was topped off. So he drinks 10 gallons of water a day. So a horse will drink you dry. And I looked at my stock pond and gosh, it's 2 inches deep and maybe 10 feet around. It's officially consumed. And I don't know if that 2 inches of water, it could be the groundwater. I'm close to a river. It's possible. The old Kovar church up there has a well that's just right underneath the church, and it's filled with water. I can look in, see the cistern. But anyway, Leah helped me. And so this is my header system. So all the water from the Connex, and those are still held up with magnets and duct tape. That has served me all summer long. I replaced some of the duct tape with pure 3M with the vinyl. So forgive the red. It's all I could find in the warehouse when I bought it. This has been doing really good, even with the solar screen beating against it. I have not lost this gutter at all. And those are 110-pound magnets that are switchable. Those are, I believe, red ones are 90 pounds. Then I have a couple of 150-pound magnets in there holding the metal against the walls. So I didn't have to drill. I didn't have to cut. I'd climb up there, but the ground's so soft I don't want to do that. So the angle's a little odd, but the angle's a little odd because I'm going to be running the pipe from the other Connex over to this Connex and down in and down. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. The supports are temporary. They're just clamped in, and I'm using the 375-gallon tote there. This is not potable. It was used for well drilling oil for the pipes. So it's my construction tote. I need to spray paint it so everybody knows it's construction. That could be horse water. That could be potable, and of course the horse tank, which comes and goes. I put sticks in it because otherwise I get little bugs that get in there, or frogs, or anybody, critters will fall in there, a squirrel, and I wouldn't be able to get them out. So I put a little stick in there like that. And that is officially the exit strategy for whoever falls in there. So they better be smart enough to swim over to a stick to get out. Anyway, so all of the promise of rain. I had started out with 2 full days of rain at more than an inch, and it was supposed to start 2 days ago. The rain was supposed to start 2 days ago, and now I'm down to 0.61 inches that may start at 10 o'clock. Listen, and then I look through the rest of the year, all the way into March 2023, there is nothing on the forecast of appreciable cold or appreciable water. So be good for me for construction. Dry and cool. I mean, I'll get caught back up. I did have rain today. Earlier I didn't take a look at the rain gauge. I'll put pause and we'll go in and take a look at the rain gauge. Let me rotate. This window here, all done. Everything's done, and it was leak free top to bottom. The door, which I'm working on it's sticky now that the rain has come and soaked the timber. So I'm going to have to plane this down a little bit and work on it. But I've got the strike strips in and the weatherizing. So that's all in, but I'm going to have to plane it, sand it. This is in. So I got no rain. See, last time I had rain, you can even see where it's dirty because of the rain coming in. I'm going to have to wash all this stuff and wire brush it and clean it, and I will, and then I'll linseed oil everything. But no rain whatsoever. That's core wood and white wood, so that's core. It's not a leak. So no rain at all. Dry as can be. So even this much has officially taken care of my door problem. It didn't take care of the sticking though. I'm gonna have to work on that. The header, I redid the header. I've also caulked some of the corners. This is all redone here, this whole thing. No leaking there. So I'm not getting a lot of chances to field test for water. I got to start putting drywall in here. So whether or not I get a lot of chances of testing, I'm going to have to start doing the drywall. I'm heading that way anyway, no matter what happens. So, but I came in during the rain and I inspected everything. It's a drum. I've got what I need for the storm windows for these. Listen, I'm reasonably happy with my water management system. It's not to say 5 inches falling down wouldn't catch me off guard, but I think that I'm on the right track. I think that with a reasonable season, I would be able to retain and water my animals, so maybe that will happen. So this is Steve for 1,000 Years Homes. Leah helped me do the plumbing in the back there, and so I was able to knock that out as well as get some other work done today, despite the little bit of wet weather. This shirt's still wet. So all right, like, subscribe, follow me around. You guys have a good day. Bye. Good morning, Internet. This is Steve. So, as you know, my arch enemy out here is heat. It's over 100 for 130 days. But today it's 54. Last night we had a huge rainstorm coming in. That's the sunrise hitting me in the face. Am I gorgeous? Am I gorgeous? Let's take a look at our plumbing that Lee and I did yesterday. This is the day after we had, 0.7 inches of rainfall last night. It was a wicked storm, making lots of noise. Let's take a look. All right. So that's 1.5 inch pipe that I plumbed in. You see that it runs in. Look how successful that was. Now this is all glued up, but this is just loose fit because I wasn't sure. So 1.5 inch pipe to a couple of 1.5 inch ball valves. And then when one fills up, like this one, I shut it off last night in the storm. And I opened those up to see if they could get more water in there. The rain was mostly done, but I believe a little bit of water came in there. I didn't have marks on it. So that's it in a nutshell. I've got very successful. Hank's got water for a while. I've got a little bit of construction water for some mud. Maybe I could start pouring some foundations. And then this is my backup barrel. None of those are designed for human potable water, although I could draw out of the horse tank if I had the right filtration system, I suppose. That's not my goal. I could go to town. 5 gallons of water serves me for a whole week. I'm still buying some bottled water. I don't have any place to put a big filter, and I don't have refrigeration. So let's take a look inside the Connex and see whether or not it leaked. So last night's video was before the storm. I'm going to splice these two together and see if I can get it strong enough this morning. All right, so that one's 0 water, and that one's not even built. That's just a tarp just sitting there. This one has always been 0 water, but it's not done yet, so I don't have the sill plate on it. But this one was leaking once upon a time. You can see a little bit of water damage in there. I saw that there's a chemical I can use to scrub the boards clean. So I'll scrub them clean before I linseed. All right. Dry, all that's old. Okay, I fixed that. No leaking. The door was always a concern for me. Last time it was leaking right there and running down, and then it had always been leaking. It didn't even leak from the open doorknobs. Looky there, internet. Dry. This one had leaked once upon a time right here. It's dry. And this one had leaked right there. And then for my records, this was a north coming storm, north by northwest. So I know I'm waterproof in one wind direction. That doesn't mean I'm waterproof in all. Well, Texas throws it down in every direction sideways. So, but big step, and now I feel very good about doing the drywall and finish this up. So today we're going to try to run the round top and see the big flea market there. 10 miles of stuff. So I'll do some videos there. All right, thanks. Like, subscribe, join. I'm going to count this as a success. All right, bye, everybody.